way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Glad to have you with us. Elliott Team Hour Stadium in Huntsville, Texas, home of the Sam Houston Bearcats. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Rice Owls, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Sam Houston Bearcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and Davey Pollack with me, guys. Can't wait to get this started. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody's staying in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for room, it's Rice. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Balls and fires complete to the right.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Touch pass on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct running downhill and making a tackle.
Anderson wants to throw. The quick out. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver. Give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Knows they can play. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and it is a big.
This guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
The Bearcats trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Easy. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Give him 6. Touchdown Bearcats.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance this week starting off with a bang here today.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. bring it out. It's Atkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He only stopped at the 15.
Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Black. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
The Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Let's go. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a hit. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's gone. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's what quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes, when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
And here comes the offense on second down.
Smoke nine. Get ready. Set.
On the move. It's gone. Wow, ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's gone. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. The extra point here would tie the game. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it in and get the easy touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Hampton. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
When you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Makes the catch. It's Rice. Shakes off the defender. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense, seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. One man in the backfield, and he gets a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's gone. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, 1st down here.
Single. White 52.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He breaks a tackle. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. Got a little space. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Owls. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the matchup is fair, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Toledo. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Here comes the heat. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's the pressure. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Who gives a hook? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody staying in their lane. 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Anderson will throw. Pulls it in. It's Hampton. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Bearcats headed quickly to the line. That big pickup on hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too. It's a nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make it easy catch and then advance.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up.
Oh, he's got some space. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. And the Bearcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got his man on the outside. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Bearcats, once back up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. To the air on first down. Steps away to find some room. Zings it complete to the right. Russell out of bounds and it's well, and another productive play on this drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to ground. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave up a little bit of everything on that one. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Anderson wants to throw. Max got it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bearcats. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution. Because you've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands. My quarterback really showed command on that last one.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Atkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it from the gun. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. They pick up a 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. This time on target. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
He's brought down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Turning it on. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Wants to go up top. Backs looking for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little warmth out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hampton. He stopped at the 23. And with a touchback. Will throw. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Fires it down the seam. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grab near the marker. It's gone. Touchdown, Rice. A great catch and run for 6. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out. He stopped there at 13. They'll try to put something together. Backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw on first down. Back in the middle.
And as a quarterback, too, after throwing picks, you just got to find completions to get the good mojo going, right? The very next drive. So he's getting to that right away. He's like, look, it's not open downfield. Where's my running back? I'm in the pocket. I see him easy. Spit it out to him. Let's get some of those good drives going.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
San Houston.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Anderson wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
San Houston 14.
And the Bearcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Atkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him two out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the gun, running back gets the give. Knocked out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Short gain. The Bearcats are in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Keep it on the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll run play action. Outside the pocket, let's go.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you'll see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he's going up for the 1st down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting him to throw, and it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense. He keeps the drive alive.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop.
Got it inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Goes down, Sam Houston.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits to his stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Atkins. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
On the play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. High coverage on an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's going long, know a pass is coming. You worked on it all week. Get your feet set in the sticks. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed. Get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The kick is on its way. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This is a real chance to sort of settle things down, maybe generate a little momentum if you can put together a touchdown drive here.
Oh, it'd be great.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
He's going to run it. This defense fully aware that he can run and stop him after a short gain. And the Bearcats want to move quickly. Wants to adjust the pattern. Anderson will throw. Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Ball down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Let's go. Break. Double, double. Ready.
Direct snap. Finds a little space. Powers through the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're dealing with a second and long.
22.
Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Got it in the middle. It's Atkins. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. On target to the left. John for a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
At the 39. Brings up second down.
Ready. Right. Single.
That's the end of the period, and Rice is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered.
Let's go.
So the final period starts with a second down play.
Trailer.
Back to pass. Right on the money. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Brought down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense to understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the Owls come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Leaves it with the back. Can't get it to the ground. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. He's looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet. Haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel covered.
Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down here at the goal line, Dave. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Motion from the wideout. Anderson wants to throw. Looking deep down the right side. And they're walking the ball on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches and passes. Still on his feet. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38. This offense might have something going.
For the offense.
Wants to keep it in the air. Caught over the middle. It's Rice. He stopped at the 38. They pick up a 10 on the play. The Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming.
Sends it downfield. Throw into the end zone. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost done.
Rushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
From the gun on 3rd down. Got the back over the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
To the air on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped short in the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Rice clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10.
Check. Red 54, flex combo. Set.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it. They should be able to kneel this one out.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
The Owls kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Give to the running back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Let's go.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run?
Red 18. Blue 42 strong. Blue 42%.
They'll leave it with him. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
13.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.